this particular thing, they were winning that taxes will go up.
Very well.
The first restrictions on employment, these things, they will not make it public for people to know. But we know that these are the conditionalities, because for you to achieve the objective of the program, no, you need not to profligate your friends say profligate or your friends say amount of money with it, emolument, salaries, stipends, and then as expenditure. No, you need to your friends say man conform. These are conditions, no, Ghana ni behind him, so we don't need to even waste time and discuss it. But the reality is Sikano, is it enough for us? Because about this is here, but who says Sidi no drop a conform? Sikani nyama to account to Sidi na conform because of speculation in as for no, you see investor confidence in as for. But how to sustain that growth, you know, how to sustain this momentum, no, that is the problem. And you go for your huomo, kwanya ya faswa sika ya fancy sika papa bi kura na ya fanyansa kwanso tugu seno.
Na way,
in as much as IMF will be in town policing them and staff, no, can we even trust them at all? That is the issue. So me baby a Ghana for your channel your energy at this point too. It is not about the amount of money that has come, but how I able to put to the money because Sika we Bank of Ghana ho. Yeah de be your friend saying
Bank of Ghana Korea
yes because Sika no you say buying from to ya salary. Won't mean fire starting new programs.
Say I'm a the small boy better.
Oh, definitely because
you take our market.
Yes, or more the music man, the money war and Alaska because we behave with Sabi. Quite fast or records, say, yeah, the Sikama as our cross be winning answer. Or who toffee and walk to who you walk to next time no or Coscua, yeah, the Sikama madam in some. Say, oh, pair at the attack, who madam, no madam and call her the concert the papa. That is the situation because Sikana Yakwaji boom make $11 billion within 4 years at Sikana Wayne. Yakasa Cochera idea unya COVID time Sikaba over about 2.4 in terms of from IMF Nimcro for Nkwa. Yacho the other ya bubble see and your debt portfolio will rise to a tune of about 600 billion. Sikana Ewahefa. There is absolutely nothing to show. So even though Sika will soon about the Mao Nimsabi winning Yansa, Owaku Wistino, and they will police you, they will ensure say you go by a certain disciplinary way and that you not deviate. And that is exactly what is happening.
And to me Kotochok, and to not just Kochok run or do now be
exactly. You need that also Sikano Kran, yet chill the old bay, you know, bet the old bay.
That's right.
More chill the old bay. And to when you do now, you know. Now say winner is that investor confidence in the winner and I'm catch say World Bank in discussion to ensure say you benya your friends saying this $900 million and no you team for budget your friends financing and team they acquire those things in our year market for those things you know and the America say do na IMF the buy the common framework na you say a proud nation yeah the young consider na America say you happy na Yanam Pumum na ye yansa and yes
seriously.
Yes, Yanam Pumum na ye yansa and Ghana is pushing say sa common framework no. Among fire and be not that debt service suspension way no. At least among pass a cake. Now so among the Maya they will go and speak to our Eurobond creditors on our behalf and other multilateral where do mocha, including China and those things there as part of your common framework initiative, no, because of COVID-19 inside the near you know. Yeah, we are pleading on the behalf of our members. Say, more certain flexible conditions are sabi. And I'm on a canon query. Now, says, I didn't come and in a bit of boy. I'm this IMF deal. Some of the name I can honor at me. But
I am putting on record to say, a canon a betria which are Dutch in your betia.
Oh, yes.
And now somebody tell you.
And that was an anonymous say. So Uber Jina say Udu Bika $1.9 billion. Udu Bisuka 1.7 billion. And these are not country, China and their country, but China and fancy country.
Sure.
And this your friends say this Paris club and as for him. And Oko commercial Eurobond and they cry the commercial
amount for I say yes. I say chacha.
Amount for investment in as for no after bond no. Yeah the chain what I say. So no, you can only plead for your friends at terms are very flexible. Maybe whole lot of discussion can go on. Uti no we the other okabecha they are fine. But the Eurobond don't count because Eurobond they are the chain ye. Well bond amount for a house no sikana kesi no yeah, China you can beg and beg and beg. Omo for music and job, but uti ye ne the chow. Na France and na support omo de chow. That's fine. But I know there is no assurance. But the good thing is that afia sikana say na afia ye hunyansa. Said there is the need for us to go and beg and enter into the common framework. Say by debt suspension we deal no. You see and sabe can be. And ye hunyansa say. I say IMF we wo baby. Yako na omo de nipa betena na omo policy and how to do our things. Then the question obi abeka say entin sam na ye sha ase na ye kan nya so obi na no tan obi na mom nema na ye koso na enye. Ema ne ye nyina ya gia to man na yate IMF kwan no a Alaska ye nsa bu ye nsa ye ma ye hu abeg se be ya ombetimi aye bibia ma yen. Ti baka to say ye mfa homaso kokoti ne mina minim emu oman na braboni bia wo de oman sika nsise bia mfaso ni so a wo de oman ho bekwa akosem bia na Alaska wo ye den wo tu betwi wo ye den adimguase beba edi saa nimguase na ene ababeto ye nim a ene yete IMF na nka Ghana so wo he the economic fortunes in their prospects say yes epeja ye mu in 2017 na manfo count here as one of the your friends say emerging economies making surprises. Alaska all of a sudden boom
ya crash it.
We take here a reckless decision upon reckless decisions I take care to me say self-inflicted ya na ya nyani permanent tuni nuafo because sikaba ya nya de ebeye e na ya na yetimi abom modern ahye sika ni nyina say see ameno ka say your debt to your GDP clips how many make say is over 100%.
Oh, it is true.
And you know ujije revenue na sefo a wintimi fanya hwe
ujije agise no kura no osanko bobusia beso so.
And Alaska so we inflation in as for numbers egu kroma. But the good question is in a situation like this, aban no I find it quite convenient. So no ebe increase taxes on citizens. Na ono their financing in Niema ama ono ho ayeye. But my catcher said the national economy is a reflection of how poor the people are living.
Are down there?
Are down there. We got transactions between individuals on the ground, and they reflect it in the larger national economy. It is the aggregation of economic activities going on the ground, and they reflect it. And this our minus you don't go and tax the people. But am I at him even avenues to create job? And IMF Sika we yam fan create job. We even fan napco. We even fan create new job now. Ajumana nipa na form no and they are putting restrictions on you say you can't employ nipa bebre except critical sectors. So you cannot go and open avenues there. I am Sika na bantino maybe be nyuma ma nipa nya bia yamfa nyuma.
So why is it that the government communicators, the government himself and the MPP they are excited about say I am Sika na bantie mo mabaso.
Alaska. Na say your friend is saying unya japade na wo de bobra bone to chichacha na se owie na wo da abonten wo da sabi wo da abonten na obi hu mo no fa free bench so come kia sum da se ebe ma oni je kakra
achievement
ya bi no ende obi a wo da 6 flat so abro santintin na wo de ato chacha de abobra bone na sabi abonten na wo da na obi hu se oh na brante nya wo na wo da 6 flat so yi na ba ne se na bench so na da yi se abraboboni o chacha ya no come on Kesumanda Alaska at least one move ako baby but any guarantee my catch Zambia story. IMF do no secure is not enough but IMF do your friend is a solution. How many times na yakohoi? How many times near?
About 17, right?
10 year fortunes around. And my catch was Sika 1999 303 2003 ku 4 time 204 your friends and Mel Spencer in $550 million. Mahama Pence or Koya Akufo-Addo in the year campaign dinner time money lose elections 900 million. Alaska. This is the time we are going for 3 billion. 3 billion. And we say Sikana Yenyan Okroma no near the young who be the new. And then you 3 billion no 1 year crown yenya de abrosa.
I'm a Bank of Ghana to make tribute.
Bank of Ghana to make $3 billion. Indeed, what is the celebration? And man America say the money agent say because of what has happened, investor confidence to certain extent, because I'm interested in Ghana say okay, say IMF amo deal there now there will be some level of financial discipline.
Okay.
And to say the Sika Koshema, and I'm saying the government is being monitored, they will not go on that particular reckless spree. That is what will bring investors on board. And then because of the IMF deal, Bank of Ghana and other institutions may also want to commit, say, okay, say IMF Abuayen, so this is our commitment. I see Abuayen Ghana to finance your budget in the next 3 years. So we are coming on board.
And nothing else.
Government will also capitalize on the situation to go out there and try to borrow, or be willing to borrow them. Until you can and then because don't forget we are going into elections next year.
That's right.
And government cannot just sit and say, hey, you're quite election, there is no money. They will find a way, and this is a fertile avenue to go and borrow.
And you know the physical space.
Exactly, because I can you the beach you get a space, and then you borrow more, especially going into election year. So Alaska, when you just because says 1.2 billion a year, no, me see you over 2.5 billion COVID 2020 years. It is not about the money, but is there any assurance that these guys, these managers we currently have, no, they have what it takes to manage and help us to navigate yourself out of this stormy economic situation? That is the thing.
The fact is that some mismanaging. They are
the same people, and the president that is in charge cannot be trusted. Because I remember very well when the MPP guys rose up against the president, Akufo-Addo said Kenoforata should go. The assurance the president gave was that Kenoforata secure IMF deal no Bamanako. That conversation, what will be about so?
Not at all.
Good. So it is the same Ken. Obakato say all brand because I must say I'm party no. Abra Kenoforata didn't say huna or mismanage or mine no. MPP for no sort of call Akufo-Addo say, oh, there are other people who know your friends economics in our party. There are other economists, people who are any what it takes a bit me turning the economy around. And in a beya, Nyansa and Niba Akufo team, for Kenoforata sin China ma obifu from Ra. As my president Katia and Samra na opposition na Kenoforata nama. Breno, no more heaven. And you know, on Sisano.
As a reward.
So that is the reward schema. A way of politics in them. And I yet so Alaska. Yes, it's fine. You know, IMF Sika because Obian Hua or Pesagan and crash it.
That's right.
Obian because if we are looking for the future, Makacha said we need to secure the present before we can have open any discussion about the future. Because if the future is taken away, you must be a fool to be thinking about the future when the present is taken away.
A future leader.
As a future leader. Future by every future no could know as someone now could know because we need to secure and protect the present and ensure that these guys will not take the present away, because once the present is taken away there will be no future for us. That is why vehemently we are adding our voices to the conversations going forward. Government has to be very prudent in managing the resources na yewon yemfa nyansa to ho na sa suban no mo da na di. I don't care as to ban your first, you waste your minor resources on fancy fixtures. What the one now has a proud nation and ya beggars. I am the president and I'm a beggar. They should speak to IMF. Sa my yana your president cohen jet and on them real my real fee megana for real fear some me catch them on my way no I why am a boy yana your president hand jet I can't no I caught jet na besi kotoka. Just you can't see hunu on your room, Sabi. It's your tam jet in the sea. Tamak is what I say. On fun to cry over new Tiahoka. This is our mind. So we need to flip to the past and look at or analyze what we have done to ourselves in the past. So, Enya Humabro, Nema Yadia Yabaduan, and Yad Ketwa, your president in quantity behind jet. And the boy in the one of the most luxurious jets or in the Miasi. That I'm not mine is sinking. On mine crow yan or mine no by yaka now suffer minimum kutu shakasok shaban kutupa yensi cathedral. A blue say damo, a blue say young corner young cofa, as I say, wailing war, young booby. Radding young coupon. Young Kobu wailing war. Alaska and Kofu Dias woo. Young Kobu wailing war, young from a secretary, and young say a young coupon whom Penifo behavior as I'm Krasabi or a Brunia to 2 more no money agenomic cancer. These are people who are managing a country. Young Kobu and Nayadine, Alaska, and now dying to crew. Your book judges then you go or mine the Sika,
the most expensive pit.
Yes, I about that. So I thought that young kai why we got here.
That's right.
The borrowing spree, the many your friends say wise counsel render to government on various platforms as to why me control the rate at which nipa never listen. Alaska nina can be and yefie ni wiase nyina by IMF anka Ghana anka ba ne sen na IMF amma yisika yetoba ha e ba ne sen na IMF sika be duru Ghana e be celebration for us and all over everybody is talking about it adan e dey see here because certain individuals who vowed never to go to IMF.
That's right.
People who told us that they knew it all. Now yet TV who and I show more as they display boundless ignorance. So far as governance is concerned, recklessness and a mood display for us to watch. Alaska is a heartbreaking, but it is what it is. The abandon, so support in the choir for so I bet you manage the situation. So we are the ordinary Ghanaian on the youth, that veil of desperation and hopelessness are Ghana for we go through. Youth unemployment, people come out of the university and then school crowd the left from the right. Institutions, when we are at the man crowd school, nothing seems to be working. How do we position our country? I say, Ghana, so dignity, Kakrana, Yawono, and then your do level, say, Alaska. Are they referring BCG?
Okay.
And Kra, Yawo more. Sir, your friends are vaccines, essentials, you the more at their early stages, you go to a level and Ghana, when it means to say, this is a Copa Nigeria for what you want to be. My Ghana, vaccines are a very crucial protect life at the early stage in life, and yet me short it. And a banner story, we are talking about life of future leaders.
Obiubeka depending on the political affiliation.
Yes, and media has always been our problem in this country. There are some who are significantly doing well, or more well, but a larger chunk and also there. Makato say they are mercenaries armed with microphones.
Mercenaries.
Yes. I say you be a mercenary. Obi an allegiance to the highest bidder is a mercenary because in that world, that is what they do. Me Bob Alaska passer ebia koku unless mame. Okona unless bede o na social media na o di tour be so. Yes. So they are gun for high. No. Their allegiance is to the highest bidder. Whoever offers big money, that is where they go.
So in this case, we were told that wow, young IMF.
Yes.
Young Boro.
Yes.
IMF enye.
Yes.
IMF yin pa bon for.
Yes.
Now the same people can just say I call IMF intino. Yamo yen say ma yeah.
Yes.
Some of you who I'm saying.
Yes. And that culture say Akufo-Addo cannot be trusted because who said joy news for ne tweet bia yes obedi president atem and your friend say eba media na Akufo-Addo kire na dwen wo ho and na mete say yes obedi president atem ya jail no.
Oh, that's right.
Yes, one of your media guys has been jailed but this is the same guy who was in opposition criticizing say obi adidi abayantem ama abayum panimfo ebi no sorry dina come back. Not that he was arrested no. The guy is now in prison.
Sankumasa constitution no baby no what just me the president.
So me crowd that's not the issue, but I'm talking about the inconsistency in the kind of narrative we put out there. Politics trust is key. Public confidence is key because I can't just say any government at any point in time, the trust and the confidence people repose in that government, can no longer be touched, no longer be seen. That government loses its essence to exist.
Wow.
So at any point in time, that government, have no right to continue to exist playing government. That is the point. Yeah, proud nation. Young IMF the one bon. Mine and whole lot of nasty discussions.
Wait.
Oh, why are they, Alaska? So if that is going to IMF, what it means, so I will say is and now we are now celebrating Adia yenim nyansa ne akwaje aba outcome.
For now, person say aban ebeko IMF no onim nyansa. Enti enei omo ka che yensi yomo o mabaso nti how say you betumi abo.
Oh, na mete obi ti Kumasi ko ka say omo do omo IMF no mo ka ne special IMF.
A different from.
On do omo IMF fresh we say panyina kwatena kindergarten form na o to anasem kire omo. And you see, that is the kind of politics. He said, "Oh, he is just trying to find ways to give a certain narrative." Like I said, "Oh, IMF." But in the history of this particular country, this is the IMF. In the history of this country,
very well.
As you cannot hear, you know, as to chance, ya assessing, because me catch me trace it back from your friend is saying 1999 to 2015. Sika ya 1.96 billion. Now you're quite 3 billion. So this is the biggest. So where lies integrity? Alaska, among ye bebua, me say it doesn't matter whether you belong to the NDC or you belong to the MPP, you belong to opposition, you are independent, you are whoever. No, Alaska, trust and confidence is key. Let your right be your right, your left be your left.
Very well.
If people cannot contend with the truth, just leave them, because that is the position of principle that you've taken. And it take 1,000 years, posterity will judge you right, and that is it. Now, what shift? I say, who mean the oye? You can't say question. What say? Galam say issue yeah by. Akufo-Addo on campaign platform can say NDC for well accusing him say or no babe Google Galam say no babe shemu kena.
Very well.
Now the same person, what is narrative? So these are key things you find. Say your politics now. Emma yenti and semre nipa no can. You can even deduce and make informed decision out of their own words. But how you don't pay attention to such things? It is about emotional core, emotional activism. Not partisan, extreme partisan activism. Politics. So that is the outcome that we normally get.
We don't have to borrow money from anywhere. Just toll the various sections of the road and we'll raise the money to do the roads in Ghana.
Alaska. Because your friend said we have a lot of jokers. Yes, a lot of jokers. Your politics now say theater. Yabo.
I'm going to say that
theater. I'm focused on more comedy. But the difference between these guys and the ones I'll be who maybe I'm more comedy non for us.
National theater.
National theater and say we no much expensive coat.
When
yes, these are jokers in expensive coat. Every minute we play joke, me know your future is at stake.
Very well.
Or Utien Seba and on some on Twitter that he said, West, proud nation, borrowing recklessly, your friend said CD dollar, and then somebody is telling us, Ghana, debt now I do 600 billion, and yes, I buy an air bubble siebe, na a year, CD now depreciating, now Alaska. Sydney depreciated. So these are the narrative. These are the conversation because he said, oh no, he has the magic one. Our arrested dollar or the key nuclear the IGP. And then look at where we are. IMF we are by your first IMF Sika by Nasabi and Nema who says and I'm 18 as a for but as a result of the speculation.
Oh, that's right.
So you can a bit less stabilize it because if you know what dollar now I'll be releasing it out.
No, not at all.
So people will wait. And the situation will normalize because I'm saying, Sasika way would not be enough to salvage the kind of situation I yet to me. It's not enough. So Abai must come up with pragmatic, reasonable, conscious, economic measures. You go systematically, you run it out, short term, medium term, long term. Now you again say on our own, these are measures you don't find any. They are what's breaking the eight. It's a nippon yesika. Aircraft expensive vehicles. At the time I beg IMF. Says can be a free will be any. Say about special prosecutor case.
Very well.
Okay.
But I say, Love on Radio on 92.3. Ahana Ghana, Kasana Pempim Namasani, Dom, and Unity Hanso, and Ghana 5G. Ivan Kyei, mommy.
Mr. Speaker, the E levy is also going to help with the fiscal consolidation effort and reduce the debt levels of our country. And that also means that we are going to see an improved economic ratings and not returning to the International Monetary Fund, which is the only solution our friends on the other side have always preferred. Why don't you go to the IMF? Go to the IMF. We have shown that we have alternatives to building the economy of this country without resorting to conditionalities that will be imposed on this country. We will not go to the IMF today. We will not go to IMF tomorrow.
You see, Mr. Trust in governance and politics is very, very key.
What is your understanding of going to IMF for assistance? When you have failed managing your own economy, then you shift to IMF.
Go to the IMF today, we will not go to IMF tomorrow, and we are not going as long as the NPP remains in power. Mr. Speaker, looking beyond...
All right, we are not going as far as NPP remains in power. They are still in power.
Alaska. So even the U-turn alone, no, you see, and you know a problem, but such government cannot be trusted on the West, and the whole enterprise of governance, you know, arrested on William Addo, a public trust. The whole enterprise of governance, you know, the source, the foundation, everything is the kind of trust and confidence citizens repose in that government. And in way, how do you have the courage and the conviction to go out there and say, oh, friend, honorable, Ben? Yes, no, honorable, you're honorable, and your title, Kakeo. Honorable, and your title, Alaska. Honorable for the end, whose words cannot be vouched for, whose words cannot be taken serious. Nipa or safety on position. So honorable. So people begin to ask, Akonyaro na ya honorable and I say nipa na otesono na ya honorable.
Obiya bisada.
Yes. Because,
so that person was right?
So Alaska, because honorable your words, you know what it means. Because you compare kasa chirese binim defo. Elsewhere in any serious dispensation, we are no. Asem we see you resign and go home.
Right.
Because catch people say what default to. Asem na okay no say go dintro, and the people will demand that you resign. The media will call you and question you. Who can say when they ban say na will call you 10. If you have any reasonable explanation, you offer. By your media, what is it will be called minister? Transaka say nsem na mo kan no. I ban say na mafa we ya because they've taken us for granted.
Right.
They don't take us serious.
Madam say, so you spoke about public confidence. Tiabaiwa way.
Okay, so if you have opportunity, say to Abama and
No, don't ask me that kind of question. Don't ask me that kind of question. No, you won't me phone. So I'm a president, but I only aim. Am or mine or aimless. That man is an aimless man.
Why?
Nanado. He's very, very aimless.
Right.
Alaska. So you see, Matisa people are complaining about. Yes, a recent wave of incivility be characterized national conversation like you to now and
that's right.
Alaska, that is not the case. Oh, sometimes it's a man for sure. The first in opinion can't say you swallow the hook, line, and sinker.
Sure.
But the youth of today are becoming conscious. They are becoming politically awakened. They are conscious. Oh, and who can they will try to exploit further. To ascertain whether some now can and now some of them will pause and analyze the situation. And to who's a way penny respect or their mouth say penny need to penny Kenyans asem no ya not analyzing who say asema Kenyans say anymore. You don't expect him to be quick to respect you because respect and your bona biscuit you need to earn it.
But I say
respect and your biscuit.
Right.
And your toffee.
Respect is reciprocal.
Yes, you earn it and you have to, it's a virtue that has to be earned. Won't demand a man for say respect me.
Maybe a boomy.
That's it.
May I say right, I was it's about 21 minutes to the top of the hour at 5 p.m. It's getting hotter and hotter here. Planted Flourish Construction and Properties Limited. Planted Flourish Construction and Properties Limited. Ebusha yeshi adanto adan high dying.